This looks to me like a Volvo gravy spurting device. What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. All right, so on today's video, we are going to be doing a review and test drive of Devon's 740 1990, I guess
it is a 1990 big headlight car with, as Mr. Colton here has pointed out, a old style front bumper.
So that's why this thing doesn't exactly fit the contour.
It's got that, and then, yeah, it's got a classy S15 spec R swap in it.
Yeah, you guys probably already noticed, you got a little bit different engine than the red block in here.
Yeah.
So as much as I don't know if I agree with it, I do think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He drove it and he liked it, so that's confirmation enough.
Yes,
that it's good.
Which you guys will be seeing later in this video after we do a little walk around of this thing and Devon shows us all the ins and outs of it. We're going to show you the footage from the drift event that we went to at Sturgis, South Dakota in the Thunderdome. And yeah, we ripped this thing for a while until my stupid ass blew up second gear in it. May have been my fault, may not have been.
We're in the midst of finding out currently. As this video is being made, this car is currently being torn down to be reborn,
completely rebuilt. Yeah.
And so this will be the last time it's ever. This event was the last time it was ever driven with stock setup.
So on that note, you have taken this car on two drift weeks.
2 drift weeks.
Wow.
It's done in the last. I mean, it started. So we finished the car in November of 2024, or December. Sorry, December of 2024. It did drift week 9. And it did, at the end of Drift Week 9, I blew up the SR that was in it, which we can walk right over here. It's still right here. So this engine, the car only has, when I built it originally, I built it in 14 days. There's not a single gauge in the car. There's no AFR gauge, there's no temp gauge, there's no oil pressure gauge. I drove it all of Drift Week 9, and at the last track, I did 6 laps back-to-back at a Pro-Am layout in a Texas track, top of third, clicking about 95 mile-an-hour entries.
Lots of oil, heat.
Lots of it. Number 4 bearing in this engine exited life. It doesn't exist anymore.
Guys, a red block never would have done that.
Yeah. Sure. I'm pretty sure I would have blown up multiple red blocks.
Maybe. It's tough to say.
But so after Drift Week 9, I pulled this engine out of my buddy's shop. It sat for 14 years. This is a spec R swap out of an S15.
So these came stock 250 horse, right?
Yeah, so it's factory T28. This one does have drop-in pond cams and head studs, and that's about the only thing that's done to it.
So this is the stock turbo then?
Stock turbo, yep. Stock S15 turbo. It's got Z32 MAF, upgraded injectors, and a tune from RS Empathy.
So you guys, just to kind of go on that, it's really a similar thing that we do on the red blocks with the 3-inch MAF and the 440cc injectors, right?
It's literally as close as you can get to being like a red block type build, where it's stock ECU,
yep.
big MAF, bigger injectors.
Cool.
And you call it a day.
So it's the cheap way to kind of get like 210 to 250 wheel.
230 wheel exactly.
Cool.
And 230 torque on the dyno in Texas when we first assembled it.
So when I drove this, guys, as you'll see later in the video, it feels like the SR20 engine in comparison to the red block makes a little more power in the top end, and it's a little bit less torque in the bottom end. Basically, to be expected, it's a 2-liter engine as opposed to a 2.3, and I'm sure this head flows a lot better at high RPM, right? So, all right, let's go into we got it on the lift right now. So we'll start with the interior. That's pretty much all for the engine bay. Hey, just stock SR.
Yeah,
what kind of intercooler you got in this thing?
It's literally everything. So this is all S chassis. This is a PBM high mount from an S13. This is, well, S14 actually. And then this is all the piping. None of this has been modified. This is an S13 coil rad.
Cool.
Everything in the car is dropped out of an S14, S13, S15 parts.
Perfect, okay.
Then, yeah, stock manifold, stock downpipe. And then we just made a flange from there.
Sick, dude. Very simple, reliable setup, you know.
In the lack of time we had to build it, there's not a lot of room for crazy custom shit when you build it in 14 days.
100%, yeah.
And then in the interior is pretty basic too. But the interior is just a single Sparco, Willwood hanging pedals. So on the firewall, it's just brake and clutch, and then stock factory gas pedal. It's got a ASD pull up and quick release wheel, obviously, and yeah.
And it's actually funny to me. You guys all know that I'm a huge weight weenie, as they call them. I'm all about that weight reduction. Devin's like pretty much had this thing, you haven't really stripped too much out of it.
No, it's complete interior. I even put new, like, it's got all new door speakers, had a 12-inch in the trunk. Everything's like all door panels have speakers. Every door panel's still in the car. It weighs 2,700 pounds.
Now, one thing we forgot to mention though is this is actually a slick top car, guys. Yes. So, you know, a lot of you guys watching this video right now will be from Sweden and Europe and stuff. And I don't think the slick top cars were super rare over there, but in North America, it's very, very hard to find a 740 slick top. In fact, I believe you only would have got one if it was actually imported from Sweden at one point.
If you come over here, which you get a fun, this is a special delivery car. So as I showed Colton earlier in the week, I do have a note from the original owner of this car. I do believe I'm only the third person to ever own this vehicle.
Yep.
We have a note from the original owner that was written in 2003 that they sold it with 50,000 miles on it.
That's super cool.
They had it imported from Europe, brought here in. So they drove it in Europe and then brought it to the States.
So I think this tourist and diplomat sales thing, like I know that a lot of people that worked at Volvo, they would you know transfer overseas and then they would get their Volvo shipped over with them. So maybe it was something like that, or it was.
I think this is just a normal couple because from what I understand about the special delivery program, it allows you to basically you get to fly to Sweden and take a trip as if you're on vacation.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You buy your car there and you get to drive your car.
Totally.
In vacation there, and then it gets shipped back to the States. So it's like a package Volvo offered for like your more affluent customer that like wanted to take a trip and wanted to drive a car. And if you're going to buy one, you might as well drive it in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. While you're on vacation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
very cool. So that's why this thing is a slick top car. So, you know, honestly, every single 740 I've owned, and that currently, guys, there's 109 Volvo 740s that I've owned in my life. I've only had, I think, 2 or 3 slick tops, and those were 940s. I've never actually had a 740 slick top. So I would love to get my hands on one day. It's just kind of cool because you don't have to do the sunroof delete mod. All right, so we're going to take a look underneath the car. Devin's going to show us what he did on the suspension to get this thing ripping. All right, guys, so Ezra over here actually already started to take some of this apart because from what my understanding is, you are going to be putting this engine and trans or something in your Volvo.
Yep.
Okay.
So
he's got his own engine, his own trans, but
mounts,
radiator mounts. Basically, we're gonna the subframe, the rack relocation, everything that I've done to like kind of like perfect the drivability of this car to make it good. Ezra's gonna take and put in his.
Sweet.
And then this car is going down for a full refresh over the next year or two.
Perfect. So if we take a look at the front end, the angle setup, guys. So Devin is running an MKM kit. I guess you bought this from overseas.
I just bought it from Luca Carmon.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Yep.
So it's got the full custom lower control arm and built-in tension rod, essentially. You know, it's all one piece here. It's got the, so we're running like a stock ball joint, but the MKM knuckle.
And space down, obviously, to make up
these spacers so you can get your tie rod angle nice and flat.
So you don't have to cut the factory knuckle too to fit the knuckle adapter.
Totally,
which I've had to do, and the only thing that makes this special versus your average run-of-the-mill kit is I've taken the time to cut the steering rack, and we shortened both mounting points in the chassis here, modified the subframe, cut holes in it, brought everything back because the SR is still front sump. And we basically have relocated the rack back about 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, if you guys can see this this spacer here, so that's kind of that's essentially the amount that he relocated the rack backwards.
And in doing so, we've allowed, which I still should take some more angle out of it, and we probably will on Ezra's car, but this has allowed us to maintain a better tie rod angle in line parallel with the arm at lock. Which the first time before doing this, it did work. But we had a little bit less angle, and it had a little more geometry issues beforehand. And so after doing this, this has probably been, I mean, the best it's ever felt, along with like flickability. It transitions really quickly, like when you want it to, and it's generally a pretty good.
Yeah, like I was watching the videos when I was driving it and Ezra was driving it. It really flicks into lock really nicely.
It pivots really easily, and and as you pointed out, it's more self-steer than most.
Definitely.
Most any Volvo. This thing drives. It drives itself almost.
Yeah, you guys are going to see I got some in-car footage. It definitely, I do really enjoy how this car felt as far as the suspension geometry goes. And then as far as coilovers, what do we got? Just like some...
This is the B&E coilover kit. It's just your standard like iBox springs. I re-springed it to 8K, and then it's just got Coney adjustables in it.
And I noticed you're not running a sway bar.
No, I'm not. It's been on the list of things to do. I'll probably will put a sway bar on it, but it just hasn't. I mean, it has enough lock that most sway bars didn't fit. I found out that a E46 M3 factory bar does fit.
Okay,
so I can make mounts to the frame. When I redo it, I'll do a E46 bar, and then this whole car is also getting converted to E36 knuckles, E36 coilovers, and then PBM Z32 E36 knuckle brake adapter kit.
Sweet.
So it'll have like Nissan calipers, and it'll be
it's just gonna be a big collaboration of makes.
It'll be a BMW, Nissan, Volvo.
Very cool.
And then I'll build a custom subframe. This subframe is going to Ezra. I'll be building a custom subframe with the E36 rack also. And then in the back here, I mean, he already knows, but the back's standard drifts and lifts, just poly bushings. The only bushing I didn't replace is this. Oh, hey, well, that's finally ripped. Look at that.
Oh,
this
nice.
Bushing, we haven't redone this one. We also cut, you probably shouldn't do this.
Probably not, but he did a one-piece drive shaft.
A single-piece drive shaft, and I didn't feel like reinforcing it. I was lazy, and I was like, yeah, if it survives, it'll be fine. And 10,000 miles later, this car has been together like this. I did, like I said, finished it December of last year. It's what, are we in September of this year now already? Or August? When are we? I don't know where we're at.
It's still good.
But
how many sets of tires you go through?
This car has gone through 60 rear tires, and it's done around 600 to 700 laps, along with
that's crazy.
10,000 street miles. Oh,
yeah, we got the reinforced subframe plated on top up here. I don't know if you can see that, but. And then also Devin is running the poly bushing kit from Strong Flex. So shout out to Strong Flex. I'm running the same poly bushing kit in my car as well. And Ezra, I'm sure you're running that in your 740 as well.
Yep, do the same thing.
It's really like the go-to, guys. If you want to buy just a couple bushings, you want to keep it cheap, the main ones that you really need are the clamshell bushings that wrap around the axle here. And then I like to do the trailing arm bushings right here. These are really important as well. You can pretty much get away with not running poly anywhere else. Like, you don't really need them on the torque arms. You don't really need them on, you know, like the panhard and stuff. But yeah, those poly bushings really prevent axle hop. And these cars with the stock bushings get that quite bad, as you guys, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys know. So that's the solution. I've made a video about this before, and it really makes the car feel a lot better. So, I mean, as far as the hydro goes, it's an inline hydro.
It's suicide brakes, actually.
Suicide brakes.
This is single rear caliper, single fronts. The Masters, like the Wilwood setup, there's completely divorced. It's, you know,
it's crazy, dude.
We run it the way it is, and then yeah, we let her buck.
Sweet, man. Okay, well, that's pretty much the car, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's even got a trailer hitch, so you can pull
tow a trailer back from California with this.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
So now we're going to show you guys some footage at the track event we went to, Thunderdome here in Sturgis, South Dakota. So enjoy. All right, guys, so going to take Devin's SR20 powered 740 for a rip here. So it's a pretty tight little track. There's a bit of a clunk in the rear end that just developed, so Devin told me to leave it in first gear. Now, with the 391 rear end that this car has, the stock Volvo non-turbo automatic rear end, combined with the SR20 transmission, it's actually a really long gearing. So because the SR20 revs pretty high, up to about 7,200 RPM, he said you can actually leave it in first and it shouldn't be a problem. So I just gotta remember where this track layout is, because you're kind of doing a bunch of loops all over this parking lot. So I go boom, 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 round there, okay, should be easy enough. So there's some pretty grippy tires on the back. They're 235 45 profile 17s. So from what Devin tells me, this thing's pretty gripped up. on the self steer. Not gonna lie, yeah, so however he has this front end set up, it definitely kind of drives for you. My cars, I don't know if it's less caster angle in my cars. You gotta feed the wheel just a little bit more. Guys, so now we have 2 passengers in the back seat right now, so we got a little extra weight. We'll see if I can bang second, might keep it in third, we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed us at the track in Devon 740. Very, very cool car. I don't know if I'm going to be swapping in an SR into my cars anytime soon, but nonetheless, very, very interesting and pretty cool setup. So currently we're in South Dakota. I'm going to be heading out pretty soon here, probably tomorrow or the next day. If you guys haven't yet, leave a comment and hit that like button to help the algorithm so we can get more, traction on these videos. Keep the channel rocking. And yeah, next place I'm going to is going to be St. Louis, Missouri. These videos are all kind of staggered. They're a little bit delayed from where I am at the time on this trip. So if you guys want to follow up where I'm going and where I'm at currently, follow my Instagram at Drifts and Lifts, and I kind of keep an update of where I'm at. And if you guys want to meet me and hang out, talk Volvos, do some cool Volvo stuff, that's how you're going to find out. So anyways, guys, I'll leave you there. Like and subscribe for, what do you think, Ezra?
For some Japanese Volvo gravy.
Ooh, okay. Some Japanese Volvo sushi.
There you go.
Peace out.